Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we've got, I do believe, the last game against the Brewers before we come back home for our home opener. Also warn you guys, I got a little bit of a scratchy throat this evening. I'm recording this just before 5 o'clock. So I've got the lone beer I had left in my fridge to see if the alcohol will kill whatever's messing with my throat. So we'll see. Looks like the same lineup we've been seeing for the Brewers. And Mosquera on the mound. We just saw him come out of the bullpen just yesterday. So I don't know, the Brewers pitching staff already seems to be in disarray. Well, it hasn't given up a run yet, so I guess that's good. Okay, yeah, tomorrow we are back home to start a 4-game series against the Pirates. So here's Kester. He starts off the game with the fastball for a strike. Pops this one up. Mosquera is going to come in towards the plate and make the catch about halfway. So here's Marvin. He will bat left-handed. Looks at a strike. Into center field, and that will get down for the first hit of the game. Took a bigger than necessary turn there at first, but it all worked out fine. So here then is Chief. As Marvin takes off on a hit and run, Chief puts a line drive that's going to roll past Scott and get to the wall. Marvin, was going to stop at third. He could have scored on that. I don't know why he held up. But that does leave runners on second and third with one out and Terry coming up to the plate. First pitch to Terry is too far inside. Actually brushes him back a bit. Second one catches the inside corner. Hits this one. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Throw goes home, and it is in time. Marvin had a better chance to score on the hit beforehand, but, well, here we are. Runners now in first and second with Frank at the plate and 2 outs. He quickly has an 0-2 count. Ground ball up the middle. Mosquera will field it, and he will get out of the jam. Squirrels definitely leave some runs on the board that inning. Tony Gwynn Jr. is going to lead off again for the Brewers in the bottom half of the inning. You can see our normal lineup in there. Jonathan on the mound today to make his debut. First pitch to Gwynn, a palm ball that gets a swing and a miss. 0-2 goes back to the palm ball, gets a pop-up, and it will make the seats. Sorry, I was replying to Meyer. I missed that pitch. But it was a strikeout, I know that much. Ronnie Cedeno looks at strike one. And he is quickly behind 0-2. Looks at strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the game for Jonathan. Here's Bill Hall. First pitch is called a strike. This pitch is down and in. There's another called strike. Makes it 1-2. Curveball just misses inside. Really good 2-strike pitch. Gets a ground ball on a slider. Chief will take care of that. The Brewers go down in order in the first. Squirrels were not in order, but no score regardless. We go into the second, where Tom will lead things off. Mosquera starts him off with a slider that didn't seem to have a lot of break to it, but Tom still let it go for strike one. Swings at that fastball to make it 0-2. Looks at strike three. One down. Here is Zach. Pops this one in the air. Mosquera will field that himself. At second pop-up he's fielded today. And he had a ground ball on top of that, actually. So he's been very active, not just getting strikeouts. Joey opens up with a strike up in the zone. That pitch is low. That forkball stays high, makes it a 2-1 count. Fastball on the outside makes it 2-2. 2 away, bases empty. Called strike three. 1-2-3 inning for Mosquera in the second. In the Brewers half of the inning, they will start off with Nitro at the plate. Nitro's not done a lot in this young season. Sure, he'll be just fine by the time it's all over. He's got a 1-1 count to start this at-bat. There's another called strike, makes it 1-2. Ground ball to third, Chief over to first, 1 away. That will bring Bullard to the plate. The new Brewers third baseman looks at a ball and then another ball inside. 2-0. Home ball in there for a strike. Fouls this one away. That'll make it 2-2. Swing and a miss on the slider. That's 2 down. Here's Van Hecken. So I do believe got a hit yesterday. Looks at strike one to open up his day at the plate today. Swings and misses at a fastball. Seem to be behind on that one. And that fastball just inside. Might have been a touch low as well. Swing and miss on the palm ball, and that will end the second inning. Still no score as we go into the third. And Jonathan is going to lead things off at the plate.
Number 1, Jonathan, pitcher.
First pitch is called a strike. And just a reminder, this is Jonathan's first plate appearance of the year, and he hits a weak ground ball to second for the first out of the inning. So back to the top, 2 strikeouts for Mosquera. In the first go-around, they were 2 big strikeouts. Kester fouls the first pitch away in this at-bat. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. This is going to go into right field for a base hit. A 1-out single, and that will bring Marvin to the plate. Marvin got a base hit, was eventually cut down at home back in the first. Kester takes off, and he is thrown out. Van Hecken, now that I start to say it out loud, I think he surprised me with his arm last year, too. So I think he must be pretty solid back there, actually. A little pop-up behind second base. Hall comes close to Gwynn. Hall makes the play, and that will end the inning after the caught stealing. So another hit, but a 1-2-3 inning regardless. Still scoreless in the bottom of the third, where Scott will lead things off for Milwaukee. First pitch is down and away. Curveball's going to be pulled foul over by the first base dugout. It's called strike to make it 1-2. Fastball down and away, 2-2 to the leadoff batter in the third. Called strike 3 on a high fastball. Here's Gabe Kapler, who did get his first hit of the year yesterday. Looks at a strike on a elevated fastball. Swings and misses at the palm ball. Swing and a miss again on a fastball. 2 away. Here is Mosquera at the plate. Fastball misses outside. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 1-1. Up the middle, and it will not get through. Kester gloves it, gets it to first, and that will end the inning. So a lot of zeros on the board as we go into the 4th. Chief is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Chief hit a double into left his last at-bat. Marvin really should have scored on it. He was taking off from first when he hit it. But he stopped at third, and the Squirrels ended up coming away empty there to start the game. Chief with a 2-1 count in this at-bat. Hits this one. That's going to go into the right center gap, sort of. Gwynn cuts it off, keeps things at a single. So here's Terry. He hit the ground ball that led to the throw home. I guess it wasn't back-to-back strikeouts, was it? There was a ground ball in there. Up the middle, this one will get through for a base hit. The Squirrels trying to get things cooking once again. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Frank at the plate. He did strike out. So he looks at strike one. And that pitch a bit too low. Fouled back to the screen. That'll make it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away. Here's Tom. First pitch a bit outside. This one catches more of the plate. 1-1. Ground ball to third. This should get the Brewers. Oh no, there's only one out. Could not turn the double play. So runners on the corners with 2 outs. Zach has a 1-1 count to start this at bat. Looks at strike 2. Looks at strike 3, and the Squirrels again leave a runner stranded in scoring position. Still no scores. We go to the bottom of the 4th, where the Brewers are back at the top of their lineup. Jonathan with 6 strikeouts the first time through the Brewers' order. Actually, hadn't realized he struck out so many. Gwynn was one of those victims. He's got an 0-2 count in this at-bat. Swing and a miss. That palm ball really working today. 1 away. Here's Cedeno. Guess I'll just point out the guys who didn't strike out. First pitch is called a strike. Second pitch swung on and missed. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 away. Here's Bill Hall. He ground out. Though off the top of my head, I don't remember to who. So he looks at strike 1. Might have been to Chief, but I'm not 100% sure of that. He's got an 0-2 count in this at-bat. And he will put this into right field for the first hit of the day, first base runner of the day for the Brewers. 2 away, here's Nitro. He also ground out in the first. Or actually, he's been in the second. But in his first at-bat, maybe I should say it that way. He's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Looks at a fastball for strike 2. He's behind on that fastball, and that will be strike 3. We move into the 5th. Still no runs, though the Brewers now have a hit. Joey's going to lead things off for Indianapolis.
Number 20, Joey.
First pitch to Joey in there for a strike. This is going to be right on the line. That's a fair ball, so that'll be a leadoff single for Joey. Will Jonathan bump him over? He had a ground ball to second in his first at-bat. There's the square. Pulls it back, and it is a ball. Puts the bat back out there. And that's going to roll foul. 1-1. Bunt play still on. Pulls it back. It's called a strike. Looks like he'll be swinging now with 2 strikes. If he wanted to bunt, I wouldn't be upset about it. Instead, he swings away and strikes out. 1 down, runner still on first. Kester got a base hit in his last at-bat. He puts down a bunt. That's a pretty good one, and he is fast. Mosquero to first. It's not going to be in time. That's a base hit bunt. Runners on first and second for Marvin with only 1 out. And he gets a lot of this one. Will it stay fair? It just wrapped around the pole for a 3-run homer. 364 feet right down the line. Did not get out of here by much. Did not miss the foul pole by much, but it was on the right side. Boy, that was probably only fair by maybe a yard. That's going to chase Mosquera from the game. Here comes Fabulous. Well, they pronounced it Fables. That doesn't seem right at all. So here's Chief. He's 2 for 2 on the day as he looks at strike 1. And that pitch down in the dirt. The Squirrels now leading 3-0. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. This is line to Nitro. 1 away. Terry now at the plate. Base is empty. 2 outs. That pitch sails high. Ground ball, that's foul. High hop towards short. Hall takes it on the shorter hop. And gets it over to first in time. But a 3-run homer out of Marvin gets the Squirrels a healthy lead in 1 swing of the bat. Here comes Bullard to the plate. Struck out at his first at-bat. Jonathan sitting on 9 strikeouts now. Puts a strike in there on a fastball. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Ground ball to first. Terry will pick it up and take it himself. 1 away. Here's Van Hecken. Struck out in his first at-bat. First pitch misses inside. Fouled away again. It's 1-1. Don't know why I said again. Swings and misses. It's 1-2 now. Back to the palm ball, and it gets another swing and a miss. All right, Scott at the plate with the bases empty and 2 outs. Has a 1-1 count. Looks at strike 2. Ground ball. Terry again will take it himself, and that will end the inning. We go into the 6th. The Squirrels up 3-0 now. Frank's going to lead it off for Indy. Frank is 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out and a strikeout. Thought he struck out both times. I'm apparently misremembering. He's got an 0-2 count in this at-bat. Does not follow that waste pitch. Hits this one, but it will be foul over by the dugout. This one will stay fair, but right to Nitro, who takes it himself. 1 away. Here's Tom. Tom struck out his first at-bat. Maybe I had that backwards in my head. I don't know. Anyway, that's a strike. That slider misses the plate down and in. Grounds this one right over third, and it gets through Hall. Also, when did Hall move to... It must have happened during the pitching change, and I missed it. I don't know if they counted that as a hit or an error. I guess we'll find out shortly here. Although not that shortly, as Zach beats out the double play bid. Joey, 1 for 2, got a base hit in his last at-bat, and did come around to score as part of that homer. This one into center field. That will be a base hit. That will get Jonathan one more at-bat. He's ground out and struck out so far today. But, you know, he's not in there to hit. He's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Slurve catches the outside corner, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Squirrels strand 2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Still a 3-0 ball game. Gabe Kapler is going to start things off for Milwaukee. Jonathan up to 10 strikeouts on the day, and he did strike Kapler out the first time. He's got him down 0-2 in this at-bat. Ground ball to short. Joey will take care of that. 1 away. Fabulous will go ahead and hit here, and he apparently is batting .500. I would assume 1 for 2 on the year. All the relievers having batting averages might be pointing to some poor Brewers pitching to start off this year. He'll go down swinging, back to the top of the order, where Tony Gwynn Jr. has struck out in both at-bats so far. That pitch is too low. There's a swing and a miss to make it 1-1. Line drive, but it's pulled foul over by the first base dugout. Makes it 1-2. Fouled away again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the 6th inning. 3-0 Squirrels as we move into the 7th. And Indy will start off back at the top of their order. Kester 2 for 3 on the day. Coming off a consecutive singles. Hits this one towards first. It is fair. Nitro catches it just a half step away from the bag, so an easy play there. Marvin, your hero of the day so far, hit the 3-run homer right down the right field line. Curved it around the foul pole for all 3 Squirrels runs. He's got a 3-0 count in this at-bat. Fabulous gets the call there. I'm not sure he should have, but 3-1, and then a hit right to Nitro. 2 away. Here's Chief. He is 2 for 3. He looks at a strike. Will this get into the outfield? It will. Chief 3 for 4 on the day. That will bring Terry to the plate. He is 1 for 3. And that will get into the gap in right center. Chief will stop at third. That was probably a better decision, but a double for Terry. All right, so 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Frank with a chance to really blow the game open. Looks at strike 1. That slider slides too far. Swing and a miss on a similar slider. And a sailing fastball makes it 2-2. This one hit back, and it will get through Fabulous, but not through Cedeno, who's able to get back across his body and get the out. Still a 3-0 Squirrels lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Cedeno on the other side. Right, we will change pitchers once I get things back together here. There we go. Obviously, 6 excellent innings from Jonathan, so time to turn it over to the bullpen and get the closer situation initiated. So let's bring Quentin in to go play left. Although now I've forgotten who made our last out already. Okay, I was right. I only realized what that menu did last season. All right, here's Cedeno. He looks at a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One away. Bill Hall got a base hit in his last at-bat. First pitch is called a strike. Ground ball, foul down the first base line. Hall gets a lot of that one. Not a home run, but a solid line drive that one hops the wall. And Quentin gets it back in, but not before Hall is in there with a one-out double. So here's Nitro with a chance to get the Brewers on the board. Something no team has managed yet this year against us, although we've only played 2 teams. Base hit up the middle. The Brewers are going to put a run up. Nitro, big turn at first. Throw goes behind him. He gets back safely. But it's now 3-1. Lead cut to 2. Bullard at the plate. Still only the one out. Gonzalez with a strike over the inside corner. And then a splitter that does not get the call. And Bullard does not chase it. Ground ball. This could be 2, but it's not hit very hard. Kester fell down fielding it. His only play then was to first. So that'll leave a runner on second for Van Hecken. 2 outs now, though, and the first pitch is in there for strike 1. Does not get the call on that changeup. Fastball down the middle. Van Hecken lets it go. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the 7th inning. The Brewers, though, score the first run against the Squirrels all year. And Tom will come to the plate in the 8th inning. Oh, I didn't update. That was scored as an error, as it should have been. So Tom hitless today, though he did reach base. And that's not going to help as he goes down swinging. 1 down. Here's Zach. 0 for 3. Struck out in his second at-bat. First pitch is too wide. And then too high. 2-0. Hits this one. That'll be a base hit down the left field line. Scott has to run a ways for it. Zach trying to make it into a double, and he is in there relatively comfortably. It was just an incredibly well-placed ball there. So here's Joey. We think he got a hit in his last at-bat. Runner on second with 1 out. First pitch is called a strike. Towards second base, Cedeno goes to third with it. That was not a good decision. And Zach is in there safely. So here's Quentin. He will bat left-handed with runners on the corners and only 1 out. First pitch called a strike. Quentin also fully capable of breaking this open, though he hits it sharply to short. Throw goes home. Zach thinks better of it and goes back. So that'll leave the bases loaded with 1 out, though no runs have scored yet this inning. Kester watches that slurve hit the dirt. That fastball is too low as well. This one in there for a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 2-2. Hits this one through the right side of the infield, and the Squirrels get their run back. It's now 4-1. That'll be it for Feblis. Jeff Supon's going to come in and try to stop the bleeding, though he is coming into a jam. Marvin having a very good day. Hits this one into right, rather, but it's going to hook foul. He has gotten to bat left-handed all day. Probably not a coincidence. As that pitch runs outside. This one over the plate, and Marvin frankly sits it down into center field. That scores 2 runs. It's now a 6-1 ball game, and Hermida can go take a seat. Chief behind on that fastball. Still only 1 out with 2 on. This could get ugly, potentially. Some fans might say it already is. Chief looks at strike 3. That'll bring Terry to the plate. First pitch is too low. Too low again, makes it 2-0. There's a called strike. Hits this one into center. Will it get over Gwynn's head? It will. It's going to one-hop the wall. Another run in. Marvin coming home. 2 runs in, and not a good... Well, actually not that bad of a throw. Not a home run, but it does score 2 more, and this game's starting to get out of touch for Milwaukee. That's going to be it for Suppan. David Risky's going to come in. All right, let's get Miyake into the game. He's not gotten an at-bat all year. He has played out in the field, but first time at the plate this season. Runner still in scoring position with 2 outs. First pitch called a strike. Second pitch swung on and missed. Called strike 3, and that will end the 8th inning. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's now 8-1 after a 5-run inning. Scott's going to lead things off. And I guess we'll have Zap go in there to pitch a couple innings. And how do I want to do this? Let's have Quentin come in and play first and send Miyake out to the outfield. All right, Scott 0 for 2. He will look at strike 1. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Called strike 3. 1 away. Here's Kapler. He is 0 for 2 today. See swings and misses at the first pitch. Up and away, comes to the plate again, and this is going to be lined in left for a base hit. Pitcher spot up. The Brewers do pinch hit, and they're going to go get Muto. First pitch, a tad low. This one in there for a strike. 1-1. Oh, gets away from Tom and goes all the way to the backstop. So that will move a runner into scoring position for Milwaukee. But Muto looks at a strike, makes it 2-2. Hits this one right over first base. That's going to score another run. RBI single. Do believe it's Muto's first hit of the year as well. That'll bring Tony Gwynn Jr. to the plate. He has struck out in all 3 at-bats. First pitch in this at-bat is outside, and then that one is high. 2-0. There's a called strike. Swing and a miss will make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He goes down swinging yet again. Ronnie Cedeno has also struck out in all 3 at-bats so far, as he looks at strike 1. Pop up, Joey going back towards second, makes the grab, and that will end the inning. We go into the 9th. It's an 8-2 Squirrels lead, and Tom is due to lead off.
Your attention, please. Now coming into pitch for the
Bobby Say is going to come into the game. Muto stays in and plays short, and Bill Hall will slide over to play third. Bullard comes out of the game, so Say should go in his spot, but I have my doubts that's what actually happened. Tom looks at strike 1 and hits this one into left, and that will get down for a base hit. Leadoff single, and that will bring Zach to the plate. He just hit a double in his last at-bat. First pitch called a strike. Up the middle, that'll get through for a base hit. So here's Joey. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch is called a strike. Fouled away. There's a called strike. Oh, called strike 3, rather. All right, Quinton with another shot at it. Looks at strike 1. That pitch, I don't think, was designed to be a strike. This one was, and Quinton puts it up the middle for a base hit. So runners at all stations. Kester at the plate. Looks at a strike. Another called strike. Ground ball. Cedeno goes to second with it, and that is the only out the Brewers get. It does allow another run to score, so that makes it 9-2 rather, Squirrels. Got too used to teams not scoring. Here's Marvin, his first right-hand at-bat. So he looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Into left field, Scott waiting for it, and he will make the grab. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Bill Hall's going to lead things off, and the game did actually do the double switch correctly, so kudos to them. 9-2 Squirrels lead, though. Hall is 2 for 3. First pitch is too low. There's a called strike. Ground ball to third, Chief to first, 1 away. So here is Nitro, got a base hit in his last at-bat. First pitch called a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Hit into right field, that will be a base hit. Runner aboard with 1 out. Brewers are going to pinch hit for the pitcher spot, and here comes Ricky Weeks. First pitch is called a ball, actually. Yeah. This one swung on and missed. 1-1. There's a called strike. It'll pop up, but it's going to get over Quinton's head and land safely into shallow right. That'll leave runners on the corners, still just the 1 out, and Van Hecken at the plate. First pitch called a strike. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Pop up foul, Tom rather. I don't know why I said Zach. Ran out of room, so it's 0-2. Swing and a miss. There's the second out of the inning. Brewers down to their final out in the form of Scott. First pitch, called a strike. Hit up the middle. Oh, nice play by Kester. Gets to first in time, and that is your ball game. Final score today, Indianapolis Squirrels 9, Milwaukee Brewers 2. Although I think we all know who the MVP of today's game is. But we'll look at some highlights anyway. All right, Jonathan's actually going to be your player of the game, which he did pitch beautifully, but I thought the 3-run homer would be enough. Anyway, we are back home tomorrow to play the Pirates again for 4 games. So if you want to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow.